Salakia, sir. It's on you. However you want to run it, sir. It's on you.
All right, Most High in Christ. All right, we can clap it up. This is the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge. Start out at 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York City, under Commanding General YAHANNA. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We teach the truth according to the Bible that the so-called Blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians are God's chosen people. Today, I had the honor of being welcomed into the I.S.U.P.K Milwaukee page to break down Matthew, the 25th chapter, which I think is an excellent chapter really to go over. And I'm honored to be able to be the brother that, been called to, break down this chapter. And the significance in, this particular chapter is that we're living in a time right now where we're close. We're in the end. I'm not even gonna say we're close to the end. We're in the end. We're seconds away from the return of Christ. And just like it's always been since Christ has lost his life, from it was taken by the white man, the Romans, he's warned us of what his expectations of us were after he was gone. He warned us not only what the expectations were of us, but the things that we would have to be able to endure, and fight and overcome during that time. Right. Matter of fact, with that being said, let's go to Matthew, the 24th chapter. And we're going to start off at, we're going to read through these quickly. Matthew chapter 24. And let me see which good scripture to start off at. Leading up to the chapter where we're getting into. Let's see. I guess we could start off. We can start off at we can start off at verse 34.
Kind of one concert.
Chapter 30. Verse 30.
Con. Let me pull it up on the screen real quick, sis. Like it.
Matter of fact, let me start at 33, all right?
Kind of one concert.
I don't want to spend too much time here, but this is Christ speaking to his disciples. Of course, his disciples is trying to understand, the parables, So he's speaking to the disciples. Christ is about to depart from the disciples. All right, they're trying to figure out what's going to happen. Of course, they kind of scared for their life, more importantly, and they trying to figure out what it is that they need to do and get wisdom from Christ, on what they need to do. You can go ahead read what you got.
Kind of one concert, the book of Matthew, chapter 24, verse 34. Verily I say unto you, this generation shall not pass until all these things be fulfilled.
That's right. This generation should not pass until all these things be fulfilled. So again, all of what Christ has warned us about, but about the nations that are going to rise up against the nation. They want to know about these end times, what's going to happen. Matter of fact, let's go there right quick. Salaki, go to verse 1. Start at verse 1. We're going to read a couple of those scriptures, then we're going to head to 25. Salaki.
The book of Matthew, chapter 24, and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
And Yahushua went out and departed from the temple, and his disciples came to him for to show him the building of the temple.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 2. And Yahushua said unto them, see ye not all these things?
Mm-hmm.
Verily I say unto you, there shall not be left here one stone upon another that shall not be thrown down.
So like that right there, so Christ is letting them know, like what you seeing as before you right now, it's not gonna be here for long. Like this is during the time of the Roman Empire, and just like the Roman Empire, America is the habitation of devils. You know what I mean? It's an evil, wicked place. It's all foul spirits. All manner of wickedness is going on. And as much as we look at America, how great it is, the influence that they've had all over the earth for so many hundreds of years. Just imagine now when you see America bombed Iran and how the pushback and how Iran is pushing back to the point where America doesn't seem as strong as they always have been. You know, you see it right now. This would be something in a day like probably 50 years ago, it would have been a shocker. You know, it would have been a shock. But we seeing the fall of America right now. Right, the might that they've always had is falling, and I'm saying that because so many people don't believe that. They think America is going to be forever, just like they thought Rome was going to be forever, just like they thought that Greece was going to be forever. You know, all these empires they thought was going to last forever, but Christ is telling them that even the empire that they're looking at, his disciples, is going to fall. It's going to be thrown down. And the same will be for America. This whole thing with Iran and all of these wars are exactly what Christ warned about. And just after that, all of what we see is going to be thrown down. It's going to be leveled. America, the Middle East, Europe, Africa is going to be leveled. And that's what Christ is warning them about right now. He's preparing them for it. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 3. And he sat upon the Mount of Olives, and his disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the signs of thy coming and of the end of the world?
Right, and of the end of the world. They want to know, when is this going to happen? You know, just like right now, we teach and prophesy on the corners every day. All the time in the streets of America and all over the earth. And people, we're prophesying about the end times. People sometimes think we're crazy. They're like, well, you know, you sound crazy. You know, World War III, America falling, you know, all the nations going down into the Middle East and, you know, unaliving each other in nuclear war. All of this stuff we've been teaching since 1969. So just as much as I've said 50 years ago, what we teach may have been absolutely crazy to hear. But now, in my time of being here in the truth, you know, in 2026, it's looking a lot more likely that this place is falling, that World War III is going to be here. So they're asking the same question: when is the end of the world going to be? Go ahead and read.
Kind of one kind. And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you.
Right. Go ahead.
For many shall come in my name, saying, I am Christ, and shall deceive many.
Now, see, he said, take heed that no man deceive you. Again, he's talking to the disciples. They're asking the questions. He's talking to the disciples. Well, how can it be that one day someone that's not Christ will be able to deceive them and tell them that they are Christ?
That's right.
How is that possible? Well, I'm going to tell you why it's possible, because this is a prophecy, and those disciples that he's speaking to are going to be regenerated in another lifetime. The spirits of the prophets are subject to the prophets. That's all right. Of the times, through every age, through every time in society, the prophets are born back into the earth, and so much so that now we are here. We're Dawada, you know what I mean? We're Lacum. We're all, you know, we're Captain Debar, Manager YAHANNA. Like, we are known as that today, but we were the prophets of old that Christ was talking to. We were the disciples of old that Christ was talking to. And it could be easily without the truth and have lost the truth and lost, our heritage and our identity. It's easy for someone to come in the name of Christ and say that I am Christ, or I come in the name of Christ, and to deceive us. So Christ is telling them this, knowing that years later, after they're dead and gone, when they come back again, that people are going to come and say that they are Christ and deceive many. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 6. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled. For all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet.
You see what I'm saying? And that's where we at right now. You know, here we are again, the prophets, the disciples that Christ talked to, that, you know, Moses, Peter, Paul, Moses, Nehemiah, Ezra, you know, so on and so forth. We're back here again, and we're learning the truth again because we're the prophets. We're going to be woken up again. You know what I mean? We've been woken up again, and now we're in the time of what Christ is talking about right here. We're here in a time now where there's wars and rumors. Plenty of people, again, coming in the name of Christ right now. There's churches on every corner, everywhere you look. You know what I mean? There's a billion Christians, and everybody who says they're God and they're Christ, or they God talks to them, or, you know, they got a special relationship with Christ. You know, all of these people, many, you know, many, like it says, many shall come in the name, in my name. So, and we see the wars and the rumors of wars. It started off with Civil War, World War, you know, Cold War, World War I, II. You know, started off with the invasion of Russia into Ukraine, then the what's his name? Hamas invaded into Israel, and then they even had some beef in India, and I think maybe Pakistan or somebody. But all of these things are transpiring because it's signs that this is the end times.
That's right.
Wars and the rumors of wars, and it says that you should not be not troubled. And the significance about that is that the people who are deceived, who are not the righteous or not following the Most High in Christ, they're going to be troubled. Matter of fact, with that, let me get a scripture on Wisdom of Solomon, I think 5:2. They're going to be troubled because these people, even though there's so many people that come in the name of Christ and they say they know Christ, we know because of what Christ is saying right now that that's not true. And not only is it not true, it's also going to show and prove that when Christ does return, or the signs of the return of Christ, for the people who are absolutely not with Christ, they're gonna be troubled. You understand? They're not gonna be like these men are, you know, who were told by Christ not to be troubled, that were warned of these times, that in most cases would pray for wars. We pray for wars and pray for these things that Christ said had to come before he can return back again. We would pray for it. But, you know, people that come in the name of Christ today, that say they Christ, you know, come in his name, they don't want war. They want peace. You know what I mean? They want peace. They want love for everybody. You know, they don't understand who Christ was and what Christ died for. They don't understand the spirit of the Most High as a man of war. They don't understand those things at all. And it's going to separate the real from the fake.
That's right.
Go ahead and read that scripture.
Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, verse 2.
Mm-hmm.
When they see it,
Mm-hmm.
they shall be terrible with terrible fear.
Right. Hold it right there. When they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear. So again, this is the same troubling and the same fear that Christ was warning about, that we as the disciples in these days should not be troubled by. Again, we won't be troubled because we were warned. We have the spirit. We know what the truth of the Bible is. We know what the spirit of Christ is, the spirit of the Most High. We understand what they are and who they are and what they're teaching. You know, again, we pray for wars. They look at us like we're crazy in the streets when we say we pray the Lord send evils and curses and punishment and destruction. They look at us like we are absolute fools.
That's right.
But in reality, we're only praying for the things that Christ said would come. That's it. And when it comes, we pray for it. So we're not going to be troubled. But these people who come in the name of Christ, they will be troubled and trembling with great fear. Go ahead and read.
Salakia, sir.
Uh-huh.
If I could, sir, what you're saying is so heavy. I remember when we first started, the general first told us to start praying, like they incorporated those prayers in. Mm-hmm. I believe I was like a fresh officer of 500. And in my mind, I was thinking like, God damn, this some real nigga shit right here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Then after that, COVID hit. And I was like, oh my goodness. Like I'm where I'm supposed to be at for real. Like I'm really around like the real prophets of old, and then I got to the point where I was in Southern Indiana at the time. I go to the gas station and they are like, man, just be careful, stay 6 feet. And I'm telling them, I'm like, yo, I'm good, man. I prayed for this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they'll tell me about their stimulus check, and I was like, hey, thanks to the men of the Lord, you got your stimulus check because the banks opened because the priests and prophets prayed that the Lord would send plagues so that America could give some kind of relief to
Shake
Black
loose
Hispanics.
pockets. That's right, brother. Shake loose the pockets of the rich and put it right into our hands. And you're right, brother. And that's an amazing story because it's the same as thing what we're reading right now. Like you met the prophets of God and we warned you and told you about what was coming and you believed us.
That's right.
You believed it. And therefore, when 2020 came, unlike millions of other people who were devastated, they were devastated. They were, bunkering down in their house. They got 30 bottles of hand sanitizer in there. You know what I mean? They don't want to even see their auntie, their mama, cousin, them. They ain't coming outside. It was a time. They was devastated, man. But unlike them, we were outside.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We didn't have no fear. We were traveling the country. We were holding camp still. We were still trying to figure out how we gonna hold the Passover, gather together. So you're right, Og, and that's exactly what Christ is telling the disciples right now. Like these things, there are plagues that are coming. There's destruction that's coming. There's famine that's coming. There's pestilence that's coming. Wars and rumors of wars that are coming.
That's
and
right.
you don't be trouble. You don't be trouble. You know what I mean? You know what's happening. You know what's about to happen. Now you can prepare for it. Go ahead and read the rest of that scripture I got. Then we're gonna jump into Matthew 25.
And shall be amazed at the strangers of his salvation.
Right there. They're going to be amazed at the strangeness of his salvation because all of these people say they come in the name of Christ, that say that I am Christ and I am this and I am that. They're going to see Christ come out of that sky and they're going to run for the hills, man. They're going to run for the hills. They're going to be out of their body. They're going to jump outside of their body, man, because for one, they're looking for a white man, most likely.
That's right.
You know what I mean? They're looking for a white man to come out of the sky. You know, if there's angels involved, they're looking for little babies, white babies, innocent angelic beings to come out of the sky and to be like, rainbows and sunshine. But when the Bible, it says it's going to be a terrible day. It says the sky is going to turn black. You understand? And there's going to be 200 million black angels. And those angels are they're so terrible to look at. And the Most High made them that way for that reason, because that's the type of God we serve.
That's right.
I mean, and they're gonna be amazed at that, because the next thing we're gonna read right now. Not only that, they're gonna come down and they're gonna be unaliving everybody that didn't serve him. You understand? And freeing blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians.
That's right.
Which again, that's what salvation is all about.
That's right.
Salvation is the liberation of blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians from their enemies.
That's right.
And they're gonna be amazed at that. Like read that last part.
And far beyond all that they look for.
I said, take me to Matthew 25. All right. So far beyond all that they look for, man. They was looking for a white Jesus. They was looking for babies in the sky. They was looking for, Bob Marley. What's the guy name that played in that Flubber movie? Paul Walker. They looking for Paul Walker to come out of the sky. Their grandma and them. They come out there. They're gonna be with their grandma. But that's not what it's gonna be, man. It's gonna be bloodshed. It's gonna be, dying, killing, screams. Monsters coming out of the sky, darkness, and more importantly, black people, Hispanic and Native Indian people are going to be put on high above all people on the earth, man. That's what the day of the Lord is going to look like. And Matthew 25th chapter, and it's like in the Matthew the 24th chapter is telling us about all of the things that are going to happen leading up to that day. Leading up to that day. What's going to happen is going to be wars. There's going to be rumors of wars. There's going to be kingdoms against kingdoms, nations against nations. There's going to be famine. Your family is not going to be able to eat.
That's
You're
right.
not be able to go to your grocery store and buy food. There's going to be pestilence. There's going to be COVID-19. They got the hantavirus out right now. that everybody is looking and they already traumatized from COVID. Now here we go with hantavirus and about to shut it down, and they trying to save their lives right now.
Right.
All of these things Christ is telling the disciples is going to happen, right? And that us, the prophets of God, the righteous men, the saints, that we don't be troubled by those things. You know what I mean? That we be patient and have faith. That one day that we will get liberty from our oppressors, and that Christ will return. And whatever has to happen for that day to come, we pray for it to happen. And what happens is we're going to go into chapter 25, where he gives us the parables on what we should be doing in these days right now, today. What we should be doing. Go ahead and read what you got it, all right?
Kind of one concert, the book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins,
Mm-hmm.
which took lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom.
Mm-hmm. All right,
And 5 of them were wise,
mm-hmm.
and 5 were foolish.
Hold it right there. Like, there's 2 types of people in this world, man. That's it, man. There's just 2 types of people in this world. They got the wise and they have the foolish.
That's right.
That's it. It ain't nothing else, man. They say, there's nothing else. It's just the wise and the foolish. And we're going to learn and we're going to understand what it means to be wise. We're going to learn and we're going to understand what it means to be foolish. And hopefully by the end of this, you know which side you should be on and what it means to be on that side. Go ahead and read.
Kind of the one con. Like it.
Don't sweat.
Verse 3. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them.
Mm-hmm.
But they that were wise, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps.
You see what I'm saying? Already out the gate, we showing the difference between someone who's wise and someone who's foolish. Someone who's wise is going to prepare. They're going to prepare. What are they going to prepare for? They could prepare for a lot of things.
That's right.
We could prepare for the hantavirus. We could prepare for the gas prices to go up. We could prepare, for graduation. We could prepare for, to say our goodbyes and, go be in the sky, for the day of our death. We could prepare for a lot of things. But in this chapter, these parables are talking about the preparing of the return of Christ. You understand? And that's way more important than any other thing you could prepare for. That's because right. Again, Christ said a man cannot live off of bread alone. Whatever the things that you're preparing for that are serious to you, you could, like I said, you could prepare for the winter. You can go ahead and stock up 1,000 cans of dry beans, canned beans, 1,000 packs of beef jerky, and get to the winter, and the Lord sends beetles and worms and tornadoes and hurricanes to destroy your whole entire stockpile.
That's
Why?
Right.
Why? Because you were evil and wicked.
That's right.
Because you were evil and wicked, because you were a sinner. That's why. All that preparation you did didn't matter. It couldn't save your life because you were evil and wicked. And that's what he meant when he said a man cannot live off of bread alone. There's something more important than that goes into your survival in life. Not just physically, but also spiritually too. And that's your soul. You know what I mean? That's your soul. Like that's keeping the law, statutes, and commandments, which is what Christ died for.
That's right.
You know what I mean? That's the thing that causes the Lord to protect you. And then even in the situation where you don't stockpile, you'll still be taken care of, just like Christ fed thousands with 5 loaves of bread and 5 fish, or however many it was, right? So you can have it that way if you're wise. But if you're foolish, you won't prepare. You'll live your life and you'll prepare for everything but the return of Christ. And then we'll find out what happens when Christ returns. We'll find out what happens. Go ahead and read.
So like it, sir, if I could.
What?
That 5 wise sound to me like Proverbs 31.
Oh, yeah.
It's like somebody that actually took their time to make sure not just they was good, but everybody else around them was good too.
Mm-hmm. That's right, Doc. That's right. You know what I mean? Again, like this is someone. These five. What it says, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. This is someone who is present minded, right?
That's right.
Somebody who's present minded. They're not distracted. They're not distracted by, you know, the society and TV and media and, you know, shiny things. They're actually locked in, like we say today. They're locked in. And just like you said, like not only does it sound like Proverbs 31, but 10 wives for one grooms is multiple wives, right?
That's right.
So,
That's
you know, Christ is like in the kingdom of heaven as to a man with multiple wives, which is absolutely righteous as well. And some sisters, they're going to have to prepare for the return of Christ by sharing their man.
That's right.
That's what they're going to have to do, because all of the adultery that's happening because a woman does not want to share her man is going to be the reason that you know is going to show that you are foolish.
That's right.
You understand? It's the foolish wives that the Bible talks about, right? You know what I mean? You will be destroyed, you know, so you're going to have to share your man because it's righteous to do. And adultery is unlawful.
That's
and again,
right.
that's what all of this, the difference between wise and foolish is based on. The law, keeping the law and not keeping the law. Preparing for the return of Christ and not preparing for the return of Christ. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 5.
Mm-hmm.
While the bridegroom tarried,
Mm-hmm.
they all slumbered and slept.
Right. So this right here is just talking about, this is just thinking about this just as a period of time now. So it says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. So, okay, let me see. Okay. So this so because I know we don't got a lot of time to bring everything around full circle, but this parable is talking about Christ. Christ is the bridegroom, right? Christ is the bridegroom, and the men or the wives who are wise, they're the men and women who prepared for the return of Christ, who endured to the end. But the wives that were foolish, those are the people in the world that don't want to make changes or come into the truth and don't endure to the end. They fall out of the truth. You know what I mean? That's what this is. So while Christ tarried in this, while the bridegroom tarried in this scripture, is talking about when Christ goes away. Right? Christ goes away, just like we just read in the last chapter. He was one of the disciples. He's about to leave. He's going away. Right? And this is what's happening. And during the time he's away is the time that we're seeing right now, where it says, while the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concert. And at midnight, there was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go ye out to meet him.
Now, what is this? This is here is the return of Christ. Now Christ has come back. I mean, during the time that he was gone, what have you done?
Right.
What did you do? Did you keep the law? Did you follow the law, statutes, and commandments? You know, did you shed yourself of the world? You know, did you obey the men that have master over your flesh, or that are masters over your flesh? Did you do these things? Did you endure to the end? Or were you just out here getting a drunk, living your best life, you know, living a hot girl summer, where you getting high, pleasing your flesh, compromising your integrity for money, for financial gain? What were you doing during this time? Well, right when in the midst of whatever you were doing, boom, the cry comes out. Christ cracks the sky. He's back. He's here. There's a cry. And it says, go ye out to meet him. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one con. And all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps.
Now all the virgins get up. They trim their lamps. Go ahead and read.
And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil.
Do what?
Give us of your oil.
Give us of your oil. They want to now reap what the work that the work that they put in. They want to reap the benefit of their work. They want to reap the benefit of the work that they put in. Those battles that, like, just think about it practically. all of these wives that have prepared their lamps and brought the oil, these are people who fought their demons.
That's right.
You understand? These are people who put the who went that 6 months fighting those withdrawals from those drugs.
That's right.
You understand? This is those people that had to go into that relapse, you know what I mean, when they put that liquor down. That was battling that. Those sisters that battled that multiple wives demons and stayed with their husband, even though he got another wife. That's who these people are. These people are the people who paid their tithes to the men of God.
That's right.
That's who they were. They were the people that did those things, that kept the law, that did it. And even though it was a fight, it was a battle, and they did it. It was many years they said they didn't celebrate Christmas, and they didn't celebrate Thanksgiving or none of these holidays. They fought and restrained from eating pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster, even though it was good as hell. Even though it tastes good, it was amazing, it was tender, they put it down and had to fight to not eat it. And now Christ comes back, and now the person that ate shrimp, crab, lobster, and we sat and watched them enjoy themselves every holiday, went in the store and bought all the pork and all the shrimp and crabs and all the boils, all the seafood boils that they ate. Now Christ come back. Now they want to get recognition off of your work.
Right.
They want to take benefits off of the fights that you had. You was fighting all of this time. That's what they want to do. They want to get their oil. And what did they say?
Give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out.
Right.
But the wise answered, saying, not so.
Yeah, not so. Go ahead.
Lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves.
So basically what the wise is telling them, that we put this work in to pay our debt, and all of what we went through, all of the suffering for Christ that we went through was to make our election sure. Just imagine that. All of what we going through. I'm gonna tell you right now, if anybody wants to know why I stay so locked in the truth, is because I got a debt to pay. You see what I'm saying? I don't know. I've done so much evil in my past life that I got to do so much good.
That's right.
Lord willing, when the Christ return back, I've done enough good that I can be, given a crown. You understand? And been given mercy. But I don't know how much that is. I don't know how much good I have to put in. So I just got to keep working and working and working. But I definitely don't have enough to, in my mind, to sacrifice for somebody else.
Right.
And you ain't doing nothing. You ain't putting the work in yourself. You see what I'm saying? You ain't putting the work in for yourself. You ain't coming in here, at least being diligent. All you got to do at first is just be diligent. Come to class. Do 90 days. That's it. I've seen brothers come in here that have battles all the time, and they don't completely win against their demons by the time they become a trooper. But the prerequisite for just getting a name is just being diligent. That's it. You gotta do that. You gotta put that work in on your own. That's you understand? Right. Like the men above me always told me long ago, you can't force a crown on somebody's head. You got to put that work in yourself, man. I got a lot of debt to pay, man. You know what I mean? I got a lot of debt to pay. And these wise wives right here, they think in the same way. That's why that's why they bought that oil. They managed it. They managed it so it can last them until Christ's return. And that takes discipline. That's what it takes. Go ahead.
Now, if I could, so what you're saying is so heavy. I used to back in my former life, you know what I'm saying? I used to be a Christian pastor.
Okay.
So a lot of times when I be going to camp, I be thinking about all the mass, and I travel. You know what I'm saying? I was one of those traveling ones that went around to different spots and different churches, and I saw the evil that these different churches provided, you know what I'm saying, all around the United States. So whenever I think about this scripture and what you're saying, sir, is like my mind goes to how many people I led astray. I gotta counter that. Like I gotta take that, how many I led astray, and pray to God that I'm found worthy by leading at least that many people back to the Lord, sir.
That's right. That's right, Doc. Most High in Christ, Doc, and you stay locked in. You stay locked in. Put that work in. This is checks and balances. You know what I mean? It's checks and balances. You know what I mean? We done borrowed the money. We done had a good time unknowingly and sometimes knowingly. You know, we did wrong. But now that we're in the truth and we're doing right, we got to work up enough so when Christ returns, we can be like, hey, Christ, Salaki, sir, this is how much I've done. And I don't need it to be a penny short. You understand?
That's right.
I don't need that to be a penny short. So everybody that I was trying to get to come in here and do the work themselves, I can't extend nothing to you because that penny I give out might be the thing that separates me from getting my salvation and not having my head about my ankles. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So, you know, these women are telling them you got to go put in your own work. You got to go put your work in. Go ahead and read.
Go with concept. The book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
And while they went out to buy, the bridegroom came.
Mm-hmm.
And they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut.
And the door was shut, man. You see, he told them, man, you got to go out and put in your own work. And then they went out there, they did. They went out there to go put in their work, and it's too late, man. It's too late. They always ask, I've heard it a long time in the truth, you know, from people in the world, you know, how long we got. Like, how long, when is it too late? And we've always said the same thing all the time. It ain't too late until Christ returns. It ain't too late until Christ returns. You don't want to be the person that's, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Takes advantage of that grace.
Right.
You don't want to be the one that's out here like, oh, when Christ gonna come? Oh, 2,000 years from now? And do you wait 1,999 years to start getting right? You know how we do, right? We gonna like, hey, we give us to the 6th, we gonna start working on it on the 5th.
That's right.
But this ain't, again, you know, this ain't the same type of preparation. You might be able to turn it, make a flip in one day, and you know, and get that money or whatever the case may be. But for this right here, your salvation, when it comes to your righteousness, you can't. This ain't gonna happen overnight. This ain't gonna happen overnight, man. Brothers and sisters that I know, including myself, we're battling even right now after being in the school for over a decade. It takes time to fight these demons to get that strength up. Like going to the gym. You ain't gonna go to the gym and bench 135, then tomorrow bench 250.
Right.
And then it don't work like that. You can't just have a due date of the 6th and then make the money up like how you make the money up on the 5th for the 6th. This ain't the same thing.
That's right.
You got to put work in. So just like these wives right here, they waited to the last minute to put in work to try to not celebrate holidays, to give their life over to really give their life over to Christ. You understand? By not being a sinner, you know, all their lives they were taught that the laws was done away with. Now they realize, like, you know, oh man, Christ is back. You know, I gotta prepare. Nah, it's too late. Too late. They shut the door. The door is shut. Go ahead and read.
Come on. Salaki, sir, if I could, real quick. Quick question: would this go into like the parable, like of the talents?
That's absolutely right. That's absolutely right. All of this stuff is about preparedness. Just I damn near gave it to you when I said that when Christ come, I'm gonna show him this how much I worked. This how much I've made. And I don't need it to be a penny short because the work that I put in, based on what I know that Christ left behind, I had to make up as much as I can to make sure that I met the goal of what his expectations was when he comes back, which is absolutely the same as the talents. You know what I mean? This is what the parable is all about. It's only just, you know, basically it's only telling you what we just read in Matthew 24. You want to know when Christ is returning? Well, listen, if you want to know when Christ is returning, just know this. Before he comes back, when the time comes, when he come back, it's going to be war. It's going to be pestilence. It's going to be famine. Like you were just talking about earlier about the conditions of the battle. You know, just a lot of things you're going to have to endure. Look what Job had to endure, what he had to go through because Satan was tempting him. Even when Christ talked to Peter, he said, Simon, Simon, the devil, Satan is after you. Satan wants you and he's trying to sift you out. Right? He's trying to sift you out. Like all of us are under attack by Satan, but we have to be able to build discipline and take hold of what Christ gave us.
That's
in
right.
order for us to be able to withstand the vials of the devil. You understand? So all of these scriptures go and connect with each other. You know, we gotta withstand the temptation. And that's what Christ said, you know, we gotta fast, we gotta pray, we gotta do all of those things, man, to build that discipline. You know, but first you gotta just know right from wrong. And that's what the I.S.U.P.K is so important. Because until the I.S.U.P.K in 1969, we were in darkness.
That's right.
You understand? But now we're here. The prophets are no longer hidden in a corner. Now we're here on your street corners. We're on the TV. We're on the news. We're on your internet podcast shows. We everywhere. And now you have no excuse. Every year is starting to hear, and you have no excuse. So now you have to start putting in that work. Put in that work, because during the time when Christ comes back, it's going to get harder and it's going to get too late. We're running out of time.
Okay.
Go ahead and read.
Come to one gone, sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 11. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us.
Right. And every time I hear that, Lord, Lord, I think of like 4 or 5 scriptures, man.
Yeah,
you know it. You know what I'm talking about. I would go to the precepts right now, but I know that this chapter is long and I don't want to go too many places. But in the time when Christ comes back, it's going to be all those people that he warned us about, that many is going to come in his name.
Right.
And saying, I am Christ.
That's right.
They're going to be there. Just like these 5 wives that didn't have their oil. They're going to be there. And guess what? They're going to say, Lord, Lord, have I not cast out demons in your name?
That's right.
Did I not do this for you? Did I not do that for you? Did I not, profess that you are my Lord and Savior? I mean, what is he going to say? Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concert. Like it. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not.
That's right, brother. That's the answer that he always give every time we read it in the Bible. It's
That's
all
right.
there. I don't know how Christians miss this. You know what I mean? Like Christ is saying that I did not know you. I knew you not. Depart from me. You understand? Depart from me. And he's saying that because he's gauging you not based on who he's seeing right then in that moment, but who you were your entire life.
That's right.
Who you were your entire life. You think that God and Christ is some, genies or something, that just fictional beings in the sky, or something like that. Like, and they just want you to be the biggest sinner you can be. You know what I mean? Because that's the only way you can be righteous, is to be a big sinner. Which sounds crazy, but when you said that Christ did away with the laws, and because he feels that you shouldn't have to be held to all of those laws, knowing you can't follow them, then all you're saying is you're just going to be the biggest righteous sinner you can be, and that's all you did your whole life. You did everything you wanted to do. You served yourself all your whole entire life, and that's the thing that Christ didn't tell you to do.
That's right.
Christ said, "I am come not to destroy the law, but to fulfill the law." Why did he say that? Because even in that time, they were asking him, hey, the Messiah is here. He's coming to do away with the laws. And he said, no, I'm not. I'm not coming to do away with the laws. And he said that for them, and he said that for you now today, to understand that there are expectations and standards that you have to obtain, that you have to uphold. And it's not going to be, you can act like God is not real and you know, he's not watching and all that other type of stuff. But when the day of the Lord comes, you ain't gonna be able to run up and be like, oh, okay, yeah, Lord, hey, you know, it's me, Reverend such and such, and Deacon this, and Deacon that, and Sister that, brother Jamal. You know, I was in the First Baptist Church of God.
Right.
I profess you. I got baptized in the water. Like, nah, he don't know you. Christ did away with water baptism.
That's right.
You don't know that. You understand? You think Christ did away with the law. He didn't do away with the law, but he did do away with water baptism. You don't know that though. And now you're gonna find out in the day of the Lord that he don't even know you. You don't even know you at all. Go ahead and read.
Come. Watch therefore. But
what?
Watch therefore.
Now this right here, watch therefore. So after all that being said, being prepared, not being prepared, preparing before the return of Christ, or waiting to the last minute and seeing that Christ is going to tell you that he did not know you, knowing all of this, watch therefore. What was the Hebrew word for watch? We say shamar, right? Shamar is more than just seeing. Shamar is being disciplined. You know what I mean? It's being able to be disciplined, being alert. You have to be disciplined. You have to be alert, because you can be the one that's not prepared in the day of the Lord.
That's right.
You can be the one that you think is going to be given salvation and be trembling with terrible fear. You can be the one that thinks that God is going to love everybody and come back and say, send his son back to save everybody, and be the one amazed at the strangeness of his salvation.
Right.
That could be you. Therefore, watch, be disciplined, wake up, be alert. Rise, ye old, what it say? Awake, O Israel, out of thy sleep.
That's right.
It's time to wake up. That's what this is saying. Watch, therefore, go ahead.
Come. For ye know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh.
Right, because you don't know when Christ is coming back. You don't know when Christ is coming back. This parable of these 10 virgins is all about preparedness. It's all about diligence. It's all about discipline, being vigilant. That's what this parable is all about. Why? Because you don't know when Christ is coming back. You don't know when he's coming back. You can't wait till the last minute because you don't know when the last minute is.
That's right.
You don't know. It's not your landlord. You understand? This is not the landlord at your complex. This is the Most High God and his son Christ coming back for judgment. You know what I mean? So, you got to be prepared. Watch thee therefore, because you don't know when Christ is coming back. Prepare now. You understand? Start battling that liquor demon now. Start battling that weed demon right now.
That's right.
Start battling that multiple wife demon. You got a lust demon. Start battling that lust demon right now. Start now.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? Because you may not be all the way defeated when the time Christ comes, but guess what? You wasn't caught doing nothing. You wasn't caught doing nothing at all. And that's where we go into the next one about the parable of the talents. Go ahead and read that.
Sir. The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods.
Right, his goods, right? Like, you think about it just like that, his goods. Like, I got these goods, I got TVs, I got radios, I got, some socks, I got all of these different things that I got. And I'm going to go ahead and give these goods out. Go ahead and read.
And unto one he gave 5 talents.
So that's talent is like a measurement, basically. It's like a measurement. You can have talents of silver, you can have talents of gold. You know what I mean? They can be worth different things, right? A talent of silver could be $100 worth, or a talent of gold can be $200 worth. So it's just a measurement. And that's what he's doing. He's giving them things of different values, things of different significance, and to their own. Well, he's going to read it right now. Go ahead and read.
Concept. To another 2,
Mm-hmm.
and to another 1,
Mm-hmm.
to every man according to his several abilities.
That's right. So he gave this person 5. He gave this person 2. He gave this person 1. Because again, there's certain things that everybody can handle and everybody can't handle. There's certain things that you can do that everybody can't do. So just like for example in the U.P.K, there's some brothers that are captains, just like there's some brothers that are troopers. You can handle what you can handle as a trooper. You've given that rank because you at this rank can handle just being quiet and getting these chairs folded and things like that. But you as an officer, you can be an officer of 5,000, and you can handle leading a zone. You can handle leading an entire zone, or you can be, you're a captain. You could be over a state. You know what I mean? So like this is based on your abilities of what you can do and what you can accomplish. Is why he's giving these things out according to their, what does it say?
According to their ability.
Right, according to your ability, what you're able to do. But it doesn't change because troopers are just as important as captains. Captains are just as important as officers. There should not be envy amongst us, right? Should not envy a brother because he's a captain, because he's an officer, because he's a trooper, because we need troopers. We need officers, we need captains. We all are members of one body.
That's right.
You may be the brother that can come and fix cars. I may be the brother that can come build walls. You may be the brother, but we need each other, right? So there should be no envy amongst each other. And I'm just bringing that out right now because that's another thing that we deal with amongst each other. When we look at brother's ability, this brother got a talent, man. He look at him, man. He got millions of views on Instagram. That's not for you to envy and feel like I need to do that, or if I'm not as successful as him, that he's better than me. Nah, there might just be something else that your ability, you're more able to do, and you can succeed or excel more in. And with that being said, every brother has to find their ability. You have to find the thing that you excel in. You have to do that. You understand? You cannot align yourself with someone else, what they're doing, because you'll break your stride before you even get started.
That's right.
Just test things out, find it out, see what is at. You got brothers in different places. You got Captain Cesaria, who's an absolute killer. You understand? You got, in the scriptures and debating. You got brothers like Captain Akkad, who was a warlord. You know what I mean? He leading the academy and training up men. You know what I mean? He bringing in resources. They got other men that are like, like myself. I'm a brother that I'm just a solid brother. My brotherhood tight. I work good with my hands. I go build something, fix something up for you. I done build stages in the school. I done build, camp equipment for different zones. I done did a few different things, and that you got to know what you excel in. Captain Kadazai is an historian. That's what he excels in. He's an historian.
That's right.
Again, your talents is based on your ability, and you have to find out what you're able to do and hone in on that, and not get lost into what brothers are doing better than you, because that'll cause envy between brothers. And I just want to point that out right quick. But that's what this is talking about right now, if that makes sense.
Kind of one con.
All right, go ahead and read.
Con. And straightway took his journey. Verse 16. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. And likewise, he that hath received 2 and also gained another 2. But he that received 1 went and digged into the earth and hid his Lord's money.
Right. So now the man that he gave 5 talents went and traded it with the same and made 5 talents.
Right.
So just think of a man that got put over 5 cities. He took those 5 cities, built them, grew them up, and had enough men to put in 5 more cities. and took 5 more cities. Or it may not be cities, it may just be schools. It may be storehouses, something that brothers, whatever it is that your ability is. This brother was given the ability to make stages. He made a stage in the time, and then by the time the what is it called in the scripture right here? What are we talking about? The traveler. By the time the traveler comes back, you done made 5 stages. You done made 6 stages. You done worked and produced. You multiply what you had. You found out what your ability is, and then now you worked your ability. You understand?
That's right.
You found out what you're good at, what you shine at, and you started to work that. Started to hone in on it, laser focus in on it, and multiply it. That's what these 2 men did. He had 5, he was given 5, he flipped it, made another 5. He had 2, he flipped it, made another 2. But he that had received 1 went and digged into the earth and hid his Lord's money. Go ahead and read.
Come. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that receiveth 5 talents came and brought other 5 talents, saying, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 5 talents. Behold, I have gained beside them 5 talents more.
Right. So just like the wives, you know what I mean, that came with the oil and didn't have oil. Now the Lord comes back, and now you got to show what you've worked for. What have you done? So now this man right here, he done had 5. He was given 5 talents. He flipped his 5 talents. You, somebody that didn't do nothing, how you gonna come over here and say, let me get some of your talents? Right. Because now I give you 3 talents. When I got to go before the Lord, I took 5 talents and ended up with 2. How can you explain that?
Right.
That ain't gonna look good on your part. You see what I'm saying? That might look good on you over here because you went from having nothing to having something. But me, as much as I had worked for in equivalent to what I was given, I basically went backwards.
That's right.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to work for yourself. You got to put your own brick in. You got to put your own brick in. And a lot of people may not understand this, and I want to be very practical for those people that are in the truth or in the world. In the world, you have to come into the truth. You have to come into the truth.
That's
you got to
right.
fight the demons.
That's right.
You got to do it. We in the UPK. That's you can't excel in this truth and unless you shed yourself with the world, unless you keep these laws, statutes, and commandments, right? And that's what the Lord requires of you. That's why we're doing it. You have to fight everything that the Lord said that you had to fight. You know what I mean? And that's where it begins. Now, again, you come into the truth and you fighting that fight, but then again, you got to put your brick in. It's not just about being righteous no more, right? You come into the truth. Like, what do we say all the time about when you come into the truth? You just here to shed yourself of the world. That's what you got to do as a person that's coming into the truth. Shed yourself of the world. That's what you have to do. As for us that are in the truth, we're going to continue to shed ourselves of the world, but now we have to put a brick in now. That's now right. we got work to put in. There's expectations of us beyond just keeping the law. Now we got a whole class, teach class, go set up this, set up that, drive down here, pick this family up, drop that family off, go protect them, go hold posts over there, go do this. We got work to put in. You know what I mean? And with that being said, you got to be able to multiply that work. You got to be able to increase your ability to fight your demons. And that's what you have to do during the time that we're waiting for Christ to return. Because when he comes back, we have to be able to show him something more than what he left us with.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
Matthew chapter 25, verse 21. His Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things.
Mm-hmm.
I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter into the joy of thy Lord.
You see what I'm saying? Like, he said, you have been faithful in few things. I think there's a scripture that says, who is faithful in least is faithful in most. Right? So you take this thing that the Lord gives you, and this could be your abilities, right? Like I said this the other day when I was teaching class about how we are strong black men and women, right? Like we're intelligent, we're young, our minds are sharp, we're strong, we can move things, we quick, we got all of these different attributes, but what happens is we don't use it for the truth. We use it to build up Nike, right? We use it to build up Tesla. We use it to build up Amazon. We use it to build up NASA to get the white man to the moon. And we commit all of these sins and do all of these things for the world, for the white man, for ourselves and selfishness. And by the time the Lord get done with us, what is left of us? We got heart disease. We're disabled. We got all kind of STDs. We got mental illness. We unstable. All of these things because the Lord has been chastising us this entire time. Hitting us with plagues. Putting us in a chokehold with those curses that He said will overtake you and overcome you. Child support. You having a wife and another man sleeping with her. Again, the same things that Christ talked about. Famine. You was starving. Pestilence. Now you sick. All because you wasn't trying to serve the Lord. You was using your strength and your might, and your glory to make America great.
That's right.
And then now you beat down, and now you ready to come serve the Lord. Now you ready to come serve the Lord. But I look at this the same way, because it says that he that is faithful in few things, like you have this ability, man. It's the same thing. You have this ability, man. Use that to build the truth. You good with your hands and building the streets, walls and buildings and houses. Let's build an infrastructure for the Lord. Let's build schools for the Lord. You good with taxes and accounting work? Come and do a tax and accounting work in the school. You a lawyer and you fight big cases in the world and you do all that. Come fight cases for the Lord. You know what I'm saying? Serve the men of the Lord under Commander General YAHANNA. Help us go to war with the Southern Poverty Law Center. Let's fight that case. You see what I'm saying? Like, let's do those things. Don't put your abilities to everything out in the world. And then now you coming to serve the Lord when you weak and beat down. Now come in here while you're nice and strong, man. Give the Lord your best.
That's right.
Give the Lord your best, just like Abel did. Give the Lord your best, just like Abel did. Don't be like Cain. Don't give the Lord what you want to give him, but to preserve what you want to do over here on the side. Give the Lord your best, man. You understand? And then what happens is He's going to see that and He's going to bless you. And the little things that you had, He's going to give you more. He's going to give you way more than that. He's going to bless you exceedingly. It's like the scripture say, He seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, and all these things shall be given unto you.
That's right.
You'll be glorified. Go ahead and read.
God of one concept. Book of Matthew, chapter 25 and verse 22.
Mm-hmm.
He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents.
Mm-hmm.
Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside them.
Mm-hmm. So
and his Lord,
another man who was given 2 talents and doubled his talents. He did the work himself. He did it. Now he's got to give up. He's got to give an account.
That's right.
That's what it's all about. It's check, like I said, it's checks and balances. You've been doing all of this. Let me see how much good you've done. Let me see if the good outweighs the bad. Were you keeping the law? Did you keep the statutes and commandments? Did you fight your demons? Did you restrain from evil, from the appearance of evil?
Right.
Did you feed your brothers and sisters? Did you go out and prophesy? All of the things that you were called to do. Were you doing those things? Or were you doing what you want to do and making excuses and saying that the Lord knows your heart? Well, don't worry about it, because when it's time for you to give an account, the Lord is going to say, I did not know you.
That's right.
I never knew you, to depart from me. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one kind. And his Lord said unto him, well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. Then he,
go ahead, continue.
Kind of one kind. Verse 24. Then he which hath received 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee, I knew thee that thou art a hard man, reaping where thou hast not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. I was afraid and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast, there thou hast, that is thine.
Right. And what is that? What does that sound like, man? What does that sound like? That sound like excuses, man.
That's right.
That sound like excuses, man. Oh, like like Christian pastors. Your Christian pastors, they got that silver tongue. They'll say all of these smooth words. Oh, my Lord and Savior, and oh, gracious one, Almighty. Boost you up, boost your head up. Oh, because you're so great and because you're so masterful and mighty, and no one is like you. You see that all the time in those movies that we watch. You know what I mean? When those con artists, they come to you and they fake praise you as if you're like they reverence you so much.
That's right.
Like they reverence you so much, but in reality, they're just really trying to gas you up because they're trying to get something out of you, or trying to deceive you, con you. And that's what this man is doing right now, man. He's trying to con Christ. He's trying to deceive Christ to make him believe that he reverences him so much so that he didn't do no work this entire time.
That's right.
That's what Christians do. That's what Christians do. Oh my God, my Lord and Savior, of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. All of this praise they give to Christ and everything. But what did they do? What are their works? What work do they put in? What laws do they keep?
Right.
What children do they feed? What demons do they fight? They don't do any of those things at all. All they do is what they want to do the entire time. And that's what this man has done. That's what this man has done. He put that talent in the ground. He buried it. You know how they say, got the saying, they said, when you got talent and you don't wasted talent. It's wasted talent, man.
That's right.
He probably had abilities. He probably had, intelligence and so many other things. And what he used it for? Not to serve the Lord. He didn't use it to serve the Lord. He didn't use it to build the kingdom. He didn't use it for that. How do we know? Because here we are. Here we are. That talent that he was given, he didn't do nothing with it.
That's right.
He didn't do nothing with it. But this is the type of man, I guarantee he probably had a big church, 70,000 members, a Mercedes-Benz. I'm sure he had a big following. I'm sure he had 100,000 Instagram subscribers. You see what I'm saying? I'm sure he obtained a lot of things and had a lot of popularity. But to what? For his own gain, for the glory of America? Right. It wasn't for the glory of Christ. Because now when it's time to give an account, he's not telling us about all of the stuff that he did, because that stuff don't matter to Christ. What matters is what you did with what I gave you, to reproduce it for the pushing of what I gave to you to do, to be able to what? To raise the dead.
That's right.
To raise the dead, to fight your demons, to fight your demons, raise the dead, build the kingdom. Like you just said, I pick up what I don't put down. But you know what I want to pick up? I want to pick up an exceedingly great army. I want to come back, and it's 100,000 men. You understand? 100,000 men, able men, righteous men.
That's right.
Who fought their demons because of your leadership, because of your discipline and your sacrifice. Now I can come and I can take over this school that you've built. I can take over this camp that you built, this zone that you built. I can take that over. I can take that now. I can take that over, and I can go ahead and move into the kingdom of heaven.
That's
Establish that government that he taught that we also know is coming at 144,000. That's what he want to pick up. He don't want to pick up your money, your cash. You know, all of the sinning that you did. You had sex with all these whores. You spent money and ate all you wanted to eat: pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster. You didn't raise one soul, not even your own.
Right.
And now you come to me, you know, trying to gas me up. Trying to gas me up like you done did something. That's what's so cold about brothers in the school, bro. Brothers in the school, I told a brother the other day, I said, brother, he was so self-conscious or I don't know the word for it, but self-conscious about the type of job that he works in the world. You know, he don't want to be a dishwasher. He don't want to be flipping burgers and stuff. I said, you're a prophet of God. You're a prophet of God. It don't matter what the hell you do in this slimy ass kingdom. You can flip burgers. Who gives a damn?
That's right.
Because you're a prophet of God. But I guarantee you one thing, Kanye West, who's a billionaire, he walked through that door, he gonna con out of one con you.
That's right.
I'm gonna tell him to sit down, and when he got something to say, I'm gonna tell him to raise his hand.
That's right.
That's what's gonna happen. So again, all of the stuff that you obtain in this world means nothing to Christ, and it doesn't mean nothing to us in the UPK.
That's right.
Unless you're doing it unless you're paying your tithes, unless you're putting that work in to build this school, to get us a camp van, to fund these Passovers and get this lamb and every other thing, feed these families. If not, then who gives a damn what you did? Well, that's the same as what we're reading right now, brother. This man is a man who, just like most people in the world, do what they want to do and put to the side what Christ wants him to do. Go ahead and read.
Tired of one concept. Like it. Book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 27. So like it, verse 26. And the Lord answered and said unto him, thou wicked and slothful servant.
You see what I'm saying? Wicked and slothful. Like you evil, man. You trying to gas me up like you fear me, like you reverence me.
Right.
I know if you have faith and reverence in me by the works that you put in. It's not what the Bible say. Faith without works is dead.
That's right.
You can talk about Christ and all these good fancy words that you want to speak all you want to, but unless I see something that you've produced in my name that was my will, then you're evil and wicked and slothful. You did nothing. You did nothing all your lives. All of this riches you worked up, the treasures that can be rotted away, eaten up by the maggots and the worms and rusted away, that means nothing. You have not one man, not one woman that you've converted to the will of God. Not nothing. You're slothful and wicked. Go ahead and read.
Go. Thou knowest that I reap where I sowed not, and gathered where I have not strawed. Thou oughtest therefore, to have put my money to the exchangers.
You hear that, man? Like you reverencing me about how gangster I am. I'm so gangster, I'll take what's not mine. That's mine. You built that up. All right, well, I appreciate it. I'll take that. Oh, you worked on that? All right, well, I'll take that. You put the work in. I just benefit from the work. I just take it. That belonged to me. That's what that's a gangster, ain't it?
That's right.
Well, tell me, if I was so gangster as you say I am, where the hell is my money then?
That's right.
Where's my money? And see, that's how we read through the bullshit, man. That's how we read through the bullshit. We ain't all that word, that lip service and everything else. Like the Bible talks about that loving in word and worshiping word, but not in deed, and all of them. Tons of scriptures like that. We don't want to hear your words and all this fancy talk and all of this trying to beat my ears up. Where's the work at?
That's right.
Where's the work at? Where's the people at? Where's the army I told you to build? Huh? Well, you didn't build it, huh? Why? Because you were so busy out here trying to get your rod wet. You were so busy out here jumping from one man to another man because you didn't want to share a man. You were so busy out here living a hot girl summer, celebrating your 31st, 35th, 36th birthday. You were so busy, putting cookies and presents cookies on the chimney and presents under the tree.
That's right.
You think? Come on, bro. Y'all know how it go in the world. You a man. You put something in somebody's hand. You expect them to flip it and give you your portion back when you come back. You see them in the streets, right? They at the club. They in the bottles, buying bottles in the sections. You know what I mean? They at the cafe ordering steak and lobster.
Right.
Now I pull up on you for that money, and you say, "Oh, big worm." You know what I mean? Debo. Where you the man. Nah, okay, yeah, you right. But where's my money at?
Right.
I don't watch you live your whole life having fun doing what you want to do, and what have you done for me? Well, that's what Christ is saying right now. You say you're right about what you say. I do take what is not mine.
That's right.
I left you with something. I expected you to make something back when I got back here. And if you knew that, then you would have something, which tells me that everything you're telling me is bullshit.
That's right.
And that's Christianity, man. Everything that Christians say is bullshit, man. Excuse my language. They say they love God. They say, Lord, Lord, I cast out devils in your name. I did all of these things in your name. You didn't do nothing.
That's right.
That's what you did. Nothing. Go ahead and read.
Come. And then at my coming, I should have received mine own with usury.
Not only just my own, but with tax too, with interest.
Right.
I should have got back what I gave you and with interest. That's gangster, man.
That's right.
I mean, but just think about it for a second, man. Christ, we all know that Christ died for us.
That's right.
I mean, how valuable is a life? How valuable is a life? Is a life, what, 100,000, 100 million, 2 Mercedes, a Mercedes, what, a mansion? What is it? I mean, if you keep it real, I mean, nothing is life is priceless.
That's right.
Well, Christ gave his life. He put in the work. He kept the law, statutes, and commandments. He fought his demons, did everything right, and died for you, a filthy sinner. A filthy sinner in the world who just, lived like an animal is what you did. He lived like an animal. He gave his life, and at least you could have done was be more like him.
That's right.
And then he would have been pleased. He would have been pleased. But he telling me that he gave his life for you to just have fun and live your best life and do everything that he said you shouldn't do. Come on, bro. That's why we say that what Christianity is doing is like a slap in the face to Christ, man.
That's right.
It's so disrespectful to say that you love Christ and you believe in God and you continue to be a sinner. It's so disrespectful because he gave his life, man.
That's right.
He gave his life, man. And Christ is no coward.
That's
and
right.
He's showing it right now that this man right here got him effed up. If you think that I was going to give my life and come back and you have done nothing that I died for you to do, nothing that I left for you to do. Well, like he said, I needed all that back with usury. Brothers and sisters, you've done all of the sinning that you could possibly do. Now is the time to serve the Lord.
That's right.
Because you got to have something to show. Christ is looking for what he gave and interest too. And that's why you got to start putting the work right now. Because you don't know what he gave you. You don't know what he gave you. You don't know what you was left with. You don't know. You could have been left with something small. You could have been left with something great. It's best for you to work hard and endure so that when he comes, you're way over. You got much interest rather than still have debt.
That's right.
Because it is going to get ugly for you. Man. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents.
Mm-hmm.
For unto everyone that hath shall be given.
Mm-hmm.
And
so
he
now take your talent that you have, the thing that I gave you, I'm gonna take it and give it to somebody else. You don't want to work in this rank? What are you, 50? You a trooper? Don't worry about it. You don't want to do the work. We'll make it somebody else a trooper. We'll get another trooper to do it.
That's right.
We'll get another officer to do the work.
That's right.
You don't want to come in here and serve the Lord. You don't want to change your life. Don't worry. We'll get somebody else to do it. And that's a scary thing, brothers and sisters. That's a scary thing because when Christ washes hands of you, just know he's delivering you unto Satan.
Mm.
You're being delivered unto Satan. And we again, those curses, brothers and sisters, man. Listen, man, I done seen some things, man. I done endured some things, man. And you don't wanna some of you know exactly how bad it can be, how bad it can get, whether it's because you done been through it or because you see somebody else going through it. But just know that it's the Lord that is causing it to happen. And it can be worse. It can be worse. You get delivered unto Satan, man. Just think about the white man right now and all of the evils that the white man has done to us. Nobody can imagine the things that the white man would come up with. He was feeding our babies to alligators, cutting the stomach out for the fetus to fall out, putting us in tying us to horses and having them rip us apart. Like, they gonna have your way with you, man.
Right.
Them demons and your oppressors, they gonna have their way with you, man, and it's going to be bad. You don't want to be that person that's got to be, your talent's got to be taken away. Your ability has to be taken away. Now you went from being able to disabled. You don't want to be that person, man. You don't want to be disabled by Christ. So take what you have now, your ability that you have now, take it and use it to serve the Lord. Fight your demons, fight your flesh, fight your family. Christ said, I came to put a variance against you, put a variance against you and your family, that the foes will be those of your own household. Fight your family too, man. For what's right. Be hated by all. For what's right. Go ahead and read.
Go, sir. Book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 28. Take therefore the talent from him and give it unto him which hath 10 talents.
Mm-hmm.
For unto everyone that hath shall be given, and he shall have abundance. But from him that hath not shall be taken away even that which he hath.
That's right. Now the person that did work, you know what? It makes sense. I put the money in his hand. He's running, he's successful. I'm gonna take you. You ain't did nothing with this. I'm gonna take it to him, and he gonna make now that 5 that he turned into 10. He gonna take this extra 1 and turn it into 2 because he's working. He's working. He's active. He's able. But you're not able. You're not active. You're just sitting on it. You're sitting on all that I gave you. You're not doing nothing with it. Now what you have is going to be lost. And that's what I was saying about, that's what I mean about being disabled. Now your abilities, the things that I gave you is going to be taken from you. And we see it every day. We see it every day. Brothers and sisters, we got to deal with cancer. We number 1 in heart disease, number 1 in cancer, number 1 in STDs, number 1 in incarceration, number 1 in single parent homes, number 1 in poverty, we know 1% of all the farmland. Like we doing bad in every area you can think about, and that's why.
That's right.
Because we sitting on what the Lord gave us, and we're not doing nothing but pleasing ourselves. And we're going to be taking that thing that you had that made you great, even in the world, we're going to take that away. And now you'll suffer right in the white man's world.
That's right.
You'll suffer right here in this captivity. And the Lord will break you down in front of everybody to see. You thought you was high and mighty. Don't he do it every time? Look at Nature Boy. Look at Brother Polite. Look at P. Diddy. Look at Whitney Houston. Look at Michael Jackson. They died like cold crackheads in jail, reputation tarnished, everything. Because the thing that you were great in is not the thing that the Lord gave you the ability to be. You didn't use it to make what the Christ needed you to make great. You didn't use it for that. You used it to sell records and be a big time movie star and a big time music star, but you did nothing for the work of the Lord.
That's right.
You lived your best life, and now we gotta show you who you really are. We gotta expose you. So we're gonna take what you got, completely cripple you, your reputation, your abilities, everything, disable you, and give it to somebody who's working.
That's right.
Give it to them. Go ahead and read.
The book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 30. And cast ye the unprofitable servant into outer darkness. There shall be weeping and gnashing of teeth.
That's what it is. That's what I just said. That outer darkness, that's that oppression. That's those curses, being overtaken by those curses. You go to read Deuteronomy 28th chapter, you'll see those curses. I'm talking about they terrible, man. They terrible. Those curses lead you to insanity. You losing your mind. Think about that man that was in that tomb in that cave when Christ came over there. He was, cutting his arm, trying to unalive himself, hurting himself, damaging himself out of his mind. Yeah, that's what these curses will do to you. That's what outer darkness looks like.
That's right.
You losing your mind. You left your man because he want to get another wife. Now you trying to take care of all those 5 kids by yourself. You don't want them to know their daddy. Now you overwhelmed with trying to take care of them, get them up in the morning by yourself, trying to get them to school, discipline them, feed them, put them to bed, and now you losing your mind to the point you can't even be loving to your kids no more. You in survival mode. Now you yelling at your kid. They come ask you a question. Would you leave me the hell alone? Get out of my face. You fighting your kids because you losing your mind. You can't even be loving no more. And that's because of the evil choices that you made. Well, that's what's happening right now. You can serve the Lord and do what's right, and all the blessings will come upon you. That's it. And even greater, you'll rule above all nations that are upon the face of the earth when Christ returns. Go ahead and read.
Verse 31. When the Son of Man shall come in his glory, and all of his holy angels with him, then shall he sit upon the throne of his glory.
That's right. That's right. He's going to sit upon the throne of his glory. That's the kingdom of heaven. That's it. He's going to take everything that we building up here in the truth and the I.S.U.P.K, and he's going to come and he's going to rule over it right here on earth.
That's right.
He's going to rule over it right here on earth. And the Allahayim, all the angels, they're going to be right with him. You know what I mean? Coming to and fro. We're going to rule over all of our oppressors, man.
That's right.
Because of the work that we put in right now. Because of the work that we put in right now and made it to where Christ said, this is something that I can come now and take over.
That's right.
This is something now that I can come and take over. I can work with this. And not only can I work with this, but this is enough for me to save them from their enemies. Now I'm going to deliver them from their enemies. That's what we want, man. It ain't going to come through voting. These black politicians right now fighting to try to be able to maintain ability to vote. Why? Voting has never helped us get out of poverty. Voting has not helped us get out of our hellish condition. It's not helped us. And now it's proof that even now voting to be able to even get in, be a man or woman in the inside is not working either. Because here you are, you're the black mayors and the black governors, and they're showing you that you don't mean nothing. You have no power.
Right.
You was gonna come in and change the system? You thought you was gonna come in and change it from the inside. You went to school all those years to be president, thinking that you was going to, change the condition for black people. Nah. This is how you're going to change the condition of black people, Hispanics and Native Indians. You're going to change it by serving the Lord.
That's right.
By serving the Lord. Make thy election sure by coming and serving Christ as your king.
That's right.
That's how you're going to do it. And in captivity right now, you serve the Lord. And guess what? When he comes back with his angels, he's going to sit on the throne of his glory and be able to deliver you from your enemies and make your community and your neighborhood and everything that everything everywhere that you were used to be oppressed in is going to be places that you're well in, that you're wealthy in, that you rule over. And those same people that oppress you, they'll be your inheritance. That's the throne of his glory. That's what it's going to be. You're going to rule over your oppressors, man. They're going to be given to you. Go ahead and read.
Comes to verse 32. And before him shall be gathered all nations, and shall separate them one from another, as a shepherd divided the sheep from the goat. Now we went from warning you of the end time and what you need to do in the meantime, right? Don't go and make, take your abilities, multiply your abilities, serve the Lord, fight your demons, endure to the end, be prepared and endure. Because again, those sisters that fell out, that lost their oil, they had lamps. But what it is they didn't endure. They ran out of the oil. They didn't have no oil. They ran out of oil. Just like right now, you could be somebody that come into the truth and you can be in the truth, but guess what? You can fall out of the truth too. That's right.
You can't just be in the truth and then that's it. You made it. No, you gotta endure. You gotta endure. You gotta be disciplined. You gotta be able to maintain in here. This ain't no race. This is a marathon. This is a marathon, man. You so busy gaslighting. Now you done ran out of oil. You come in here acting like you a super officer, super trooper, and in reality, you were never with us. Christians act like they super Christian, they super servants of God, they super Christians, and they never was with the Most High. They never was, man. And again, this is a marathon, man. You got to be able to be in this for the long haul. If you're in this for rank, you're in this for blessings, you're in this for, what you can gain from it, you're not going to be here long.
That's right.
You're not going to be here for long, man.
That's right.
You understand? You're not going to be here. But if you're in here because you fear God and you want to be right in the day Christ comes, then you'll be here forever. You'll be here forever. You'll get rank, you'll get blessings, you get all those things because those things are not even your focus. You're focused on getting to that point when that groomsman comes and comes to that wedding, or when that store owner comes to the back for them talents. When that day comes, that's what you're prepared for. And when that day comes, you have something to bring and offer back. That's what you're here for. You understand? So you got to endure to the end, man. All right. Don't focus in on the carnal things. Focus in on transforming your soul and being right when Christ returns.
That's right.
You'll make it, man. You'll make it. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 33. And he shall set the sheep on his right hand, but the goats on his left.
Right. Okay. So now we at the point again. We got from the point of warning them about what was going to happen. Now we got to the point of what happened. What happened? Like, right? Christ returns now. He's here, and then while he's here now, the people that the sheep and the goats represents the people who serve the righteous and the people that didn't serve the righteous.
That's right.
That's what these people are. That he's going to divide now. All right. And the righteous obviously are the people who kept the law, who served the Lord. That's the disciples. Go ahead and read.
Verse 34. Then shall the king say unto them on his right hand,
Mm-hmm.
Come, ye blessed of my Father,
Mhm.
inherit the kingdom prepared for you from the foundation of the world.
Mm-hmm. That's right. You understand that, right?
Kind of one concept.
Kingdom prepared for you, blacks, Hispanics, and Native Indians, not in the sky, not in the sky somewhere, but but from the foundation of the world,
That's right.
right here, the world that we live in, right here on Earth. Like we built this up right here in captivity, right now. They voting, scrambling around, trying to maintain the power they vote. We saying to hell with that vote, and we voting for Christ. How? We serving the Lord by keeping the laws, keeping the statutes, keeping the commandments. And again, these commandments and statutes ain't just, thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill. No, the Lord despise your feast days.
That's right.
He hates and despise your feast days. We can't celebrate those feast days. There's dietary laws. There's things we can't eat and that we cannot eat. We cannot get tattoos. We cannot get shape-ups. Sisters can't be lesbians. Men can't be homosexuals. Like these laws are extensive, and you got to know what they are and follow them.
That's right.
Follow them. You understand? You got to follow them in captivity. So that now when Christ comes, he's going to build the kingdom of heaven right in the same place where you were captive. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one con. For I was in hunger, and ye gave me meat.
Uh-huh.
I was thirsty, and ye gave me drink. I was a stranger, and ye took me in.
Mm-hmm.
Naked, and ye clothed me. I was sick, and ye visited me. I was in prison, and ye came unto me.
Mm-hmm.
Then shall the righteous answer him, saying, Lord, when saw we thee and hungered and fed thee, or thirsty and gave thee drink? Verse 38. When saw we thee a stranger and took thee in, or naked and clothed thee? Or when saw we thee sick, or in prison, and came unto thee? And the king shall answer and say,
right there. So Christ is saying that you've done all of these things for me. Now, mind you, they're confused because again, Christ left. He left. He was crucified by the Romans. He's gone. He's not here right now, is he? He's not here. He's not here. But when he comes back, he's going to say this to the righteous. He's going to say, when I was hungry, you fed me. When I was in jail, you visited me. When I was sick, you came to me. You understand? All of these things happen. And just as somebody might be confused about it because, knowing that Christ is not here, this is why they're asking the question. When did we do all of these things? Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concert. And the king shall answer and say unto them, Verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye have done it unto one of the least of these my brethren, ye have done it unto me.
Now, what is this talking about? This is talking about the men of God.
That's right.
You seen us in the street corners. You see us prophesying. You see us holding the food drives. You see us when we holding the Passover when we in the city. You see us. You see us. And what do you do? What have you done when you seen us? Have you scoffed at us? Have you heckled us? Have you thrown drinks at us? You spit on us? What have you done? Called us names? What have you done?
Right.
But there's some people today, and since 1969, who have actually seen us and have, guess what, donated vehicles to us.
That's right.
Put money in the bucket. Have brought clothes, donated clothes. They seen us, gave us rides, bought us food, helped us. They helped us.
That's right.
They knew we was in jail and they came and visited us. They heard we was hungry. They gave us food. They helped the prophet.
That's right.
That's what they did, man. And that's why Christ said, "You helped me," because if you helped them, you understand. You helped the prophets of God. You've helped Christ as well, and that's what he's saying to them. And that's why anyone who's watching this video that's not in the school, you should watch how you talk to us.
That's right.
In the UPK, you should watch how you deal with us. You should be more reluctant to give tribute, to aid us, even if you don't join us. Be kind in what you say to us, because we come in a representation of Christ.
That's right.
Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 41. Then shall he say unto them on the left hand, depart from me.
Do what?
Depart from me.
Depart from me. Go ahead.
Ye cursed.
Ye what?
Ye cursed.
See, there we go. Like these people are being cursed. You're being cursed because you're not serving the Lord. You're not even serving the men of the Lord. You're just serving yourself.
That's right.
And for that, you're gonna be cursed. Like I brought out earlier. Depart from me, ye cursed. You know, you need to get up in here right now into the truth. Don't wait till the last minute.
That's right.
When them curses overtake you, and then now you disabled. You can't do, what can you do? You done. You had your wits end, you're done. Definitely done when Christ returned. It's over.
That's right.
Forget about it. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Ye cursed into everlasting fire, prepared for the devil and his angels. For I was an hungered, and ye gave me no meat. I was thirsty, and ye gave me no drink.
Lucky, Officer Dawada, it said back in 41, it said that curse the devils and his angels. Do that mean the white man, or because Satan is good? So do that mean the white man?
Well, this is not going to mean the white man at this time. This is more of you know, demons or torment. You know what I mean? The demons and the torment, or the angels, like I said, the angels, or you know, the people, like again, Satan and his angels. You know what I mean? This is more spiritual. This is not literal, because this is during the time of the 1,000 years, when in the time of our rulership for 1,000 years, we're going to be building up the kingdom of heaven, but then there's going to be people that are going to be in damnation, in eternal fire, is what we're talking about right now. You know what I mean? And I ain't the one to get too deep into that, because it can go multiple different ways, but this is during that time while we're in the kingdom of heaven ruling for 1,000 years. They're going to be bound in this punished, in this hellish place with Satan and his angels. You understand?
Come.
So now this is not talking about the white man.
Come.
Because the white man gonna be in there too. Well, he gonna be utterly destroyed completely.
That's right.
He's gonna be extinct. But
That's
you
right.
know, all of our enemies and everybody who's gone against the men of God, who's gone against Christ and the Most High, they're gonna be destroyed, and they're gonna be in that damnation for that time until it's over, and then they'll be regenerated again back into the earth.
That's right.
All right. You go ahead and finish that off, and I'm gonna get into a few scriptures to end out the last bit of the class after this.
Kind of one concept. Book of Matthew, chapter 25, verse 43. I was a stranger, and ye took me not in.
You drop down to 45.
Kind of one concept, verse 45. Then shall he answer them, saying, verily I say unto you, inasmuch as ye did it not to one of the least of these, ye did it not to me.
Yeah, man. You know, you got to be very humble and watch who you talk to and how you talk to them. That's why the scriptures say you could be entertaining angels. And the scriptures say that you could be entertaining angels. Not just the Lord's angels from above, but us. We're angels as well. We're the messenger. Angel just means a messenger.
Yes.
We're the messengers of God in the UPK. And you should watch how you deal with us. Should be more reluctant again to help us than to hurt us. Because whatever you do to us, you have done it unto Christ. And always remember that. Go ahead and read.
Kind of one concept. Verse 46. And these shall go away into everlasting punishment, but the righteous into life eternal.
That's right. And that's what I just said to you just before. Like during this time, after it's all said and done, we're going to separate the righteous from the unrighteous people. That's what the whole 144 and the 1/3, and then they got on the other side, you got the multitude and the 2/3, so on and so forth. Like that's going to be the separation about who's going to be going into this, to this next phase of rebuilding the kingdom, going into the kingdom of heaven for that 1,000 years, and where the righteous will be and where the wicked will be. All right. Let me get that scripture. Let me get that scripture in Thessalonians that we pulled earlier. First Thessalonians.
Kind of one concert. The book of First Thessalonians, chapter 5, verse 4. But ye, brethren.
Matter of fact, yeah, go straight to 4, because I'm gonna jump to the couple of scriptures. Go ahead.
Kind of one concert. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness.
See, now this is the difference of us that are in the truth and people that are not in the truth.
That's right.
We are not in darkness. Because why are we not in darkness? Because we read what Christ said. We know what Christ said. We know that he's coming back. We know what it's going to look like when he's coming back. And we know what we need to do in the meantime until he comes back. We know. So we're not in darkness. We know. A thief is only going to be surprising to somebody who's unaware, but we know Christ is coming back and how it's going to happen. But for those people that are in the world that are, that say they are Christ or say that they come in the name of Christ, they don't know the truth of the scriptures. They don't know the real salvation of the Most High in Christ. They don't know it. They don't know what it all looks like. They're praying for the wars to stop, aren't they?
Kind of one come.
Aren't they praying for peace in the Middle East?
Kind of one concept.
Yeah. So when the war hit and the famine and the pestilence and all that stuff, they're gonna be in sorrow. They're gonna be troubled and in fear. But not us. We're not gonna be that because we knew these things were coming. We are the disciples of Christ. We are the prophets of God. That's in the right. UPK and the Commander General YAHANNA. And you have to come in. You have to hear. You have to hear the things that we're saying, so you too can be prepared, just like the brother said earlier, just like for all of us it was at one point in time. We were lost and then we were found. We were in darkness too, and then we were shown the light. That's now right. Now what's reading right now is why it is. Go ahead and read it one more time.
Kind of one concept. But ye, brethren, are not in darkness, that day should overtake you as a thief.
Any more on that?
Salaki, that's it on verse 4, sir.
Yeah, that's cool. You drop that. Yeah, it's not gonna be like a thief with us. You know what I mean? We gonna know what's happening. We know Christ coming back. We know he coming back and why he coming back. We preparing for it. We preparing for it. We're making sacrifices. We're putting our brick in. We're working because that's what we were told to do, and we know the value of it. Because when the day comes, or even before it comes, we can surely be cursed or be cast away by Christ when he returns into more curse, into more damnation and more punishment. So we're not affected by that. Let me get let me get Revelation chapter 3, verse 11.
The book of Revelation, chapter 3, verse 11. Behold, I come quickly. Hold that fast which thou hast.
See that? He said, behold, I come quickly. Like like a day unto the Lord is like in a thousand years, but in reality, here we are thousands of years later. Christ said these things when he talked to his disciples over 2,000 years ago. Now here we are. It's quickly ramping up right now. It's quickly coming. Here we are. We're in the year 2026 right now. 2,000 something years later, and we seeing all of these signs. Behold, the day. What did it say? Behold, what? I come quickly. Go ahead. What did it say?
Hold that fast which thou hast.
Now hold that fast which I have. So like all that was given to you, you were given these abilities. You were given the truth. You have it. There's no more excuses now. You have the truth. Now what you have to do is hold fast to that. You have to hold on to the truth. You have to take those abilities and you have to work those abilities to be able to push the will of God, push the will of Christ. You have to fight your demons and be able to overcome them to become more stronger, because the day of the Lord is coming quickly. Quickly. And if you just for a second turn away, just think about Sarah when she was with Lot and she turned. Was it Sarah, right?
I believe so, sir.
Well, she was with Lot. I know it was Lot, but I think her name was Sarah. And she turned from behind him, and what happened? She turned to a pillar of salt. We don't got time for no mistakes, no whoopsies right now. You ain't got time for you to get distracted. You got to focus in. You got to hold fast. It's time for you to get to learn this truth, have it, hold it, and do it. Go ahead and read.
That no man take thy crown.
That no man do what?
Take thy crown.
That no man do what?
Take thy crown.
Right, brother. That no man take your crown. Because at the end of the day, there's only two types of people in this world. It's the wise and it's the foolish. You can be wise. And you should be wise and know that the foolish, they can fool you out of your rulership.
That's right.
They can fool you. You want to listen to your auntie and them all you want to, cool. Go ahead. Listen to your auntie. Listen to your cousin. Listen to your pastor. No sweat. Let them trick you out of your spot with those smooth words, like they try to give Christ. Oh Lord, you take up what you don't put down. You reap what you don't sow. They got all these smooth words and stuff that they say that are very deceiving. You could be easily deceived, but you got to be wise. You got to hold fast to what's being given to you, so you don't get fooled. You can't get fooled, and then they trick you out of your rulership. Trick you out of you ruling with Christ in the kingdom of heaven. Go ahead. Any more on that?
Lord, so that's it, sir.
All right, we're gonna drop that. Let me get give me Ecclesiasticus 2:13. We got about like 6 more minutes before we hit the 2 hour mark. So let me get one more scripture, maybe two. Read that one. Ecclesiasticus chapter 2, verse 13.
Book of Ecclesiasticus in the Apocrypha, chapter 2, verse 13. Woe unto him that is faint-hearted.
That is what?
Faint-hearted.
Yeah. What does it mean to be faint-hearted?
So would that mean to be like at your wit's end, ready to give up?
That's what this type of person would do. But what a type of person would be ready to give up?
Shalaki, I don't want not faint-hearted.
Say it again.
Not faint-hearted.
Right, but okay, so faint-hearted is like being weak.
Yeah.
Right.
A weak person will be ready to give up. You're ready to give up. You lost your courage. You're weak. You're scared. You know, you're fearful. That's what it's talking about. It's saying that you should not be. It said, woe unto him that is faint-hearted. Destruction is gonna come to you. You can't be weak. You can't be. Just think about it like you a family in a crisis hit, and only way for you to get to safety, you got to take a 10-mile journey. Well, guess what? You got to go out there. You, your baby, your kids, your mom, your wife, whoever it is, and you got to go and make that trek. And if you get weak, then the wolves is going to get you. The wolves, the robbers, the thieves, they're going to get you. You understand? You got to keep moving and keep going. You can't take a break. You can't slow down. If the lion's behind you, you can't slow down. They're going to catch up to you. Just think about it like that. And destruction is going to come to those who get weak, because when you get weak, guess what? You'll start slowing down. You'll start turning back. And then you know what'll happen? All those demons that you fought before, they're going to come back with 7 more demons.
That's right.
They're going to come back with 7 more demons, and then now you're going to be doing things that you wasn't even doing before. Before, you were just getting high and being a drunkard. Now you sucking rod. Now you sucking rod, and you making cuttings in your wrist. You slitting your wrist.
That's right.
You're dealing with all kind of different things now. Cocaine. So you can't. So that's why it says, "Woe unto the faint-hearted." Go ahead and read it.
Kind of one concept. For he believeth not, therefore shall he not be defended.
You see what I'm saying? You lose faith when you become weak. Because when you have faith, there's nothing you cannot overcome. You go into everything. Brothers be broke. They ain't worried about how they rent gonna get paid. They ain't worried about being put on the street. You think they worried about getting? Why would they get worried about that? When they know that the Lord will provide. We really serve the Lord here in the UPK.
That's right.
You can make a request. We get your rent paid. Put food in your refrigerator. You'll do all of those things. You ain't never got to get weak ever. Never. You stay strong. You stay strong, and all these things that you need, you'll be given those things. But somebody who's faint-hearted, that doesn't have faith, that doesn't believe, you know what they're gonna do at the sign of struggle? They're gonna cave in, man.
That's right.
They're gonna cave in, man. They're gonna get weak and say, "Oh man, I got no food in the refrigerator." And you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna eat pork, eat shrimp, crab, and lobster because they don't want to starve. But again, a man cannot live off of bread alone. You did anything besides do that. And if you really serving the Lord, then again, brotherhood is a weapon. We're gonna have you.
That's right.
That's why I brought up the situation when Christ fed with the 5 loaves and the fish, 5,000. Everything you need is gonna be provided for you, including protection.
That's right.
Including protection, man. You're gonna fight your enemies, the white man, Chinese, Arabs, even your own brother that come up against you. Those men and women that come up and heckle against us and fight against us and put their foreheads against our foreheads, the Lord will protect us against them too. And the racist white cop, he'll protect us from them too. You don't have to be in fear of nothing. You become in fear, and then now sin creeps in. Sin life at the door.
That's right.
All right. Any more on that? Go ahead.
Sir, if I could, what you're saying is so heavy, sir. Like is a lot of times when people get weak, when brothers and sisters get weak, the first thing that we as a people start to do is blame God.
That's right.
Like he's the reason of our weakness. You know what I'm saying? Like he's the cause of us being weak, instead of just being like, all right, I'm weak here, but I can be strong if I choose to be strong.
That's right. That's right. That's right. I mean, and that's the truth. They blame the Lord. They blame the Most High. They say, God, why have you done this to me? Question him why they going through the things they're going through. But just think about Job. Job went through so much stuff that he went through. All of it was really just to test his faith.
That's right.
That's just to test your faith, just to see, are you in here just because it's easy and the reputation and the glitz and the glitter and the glamour? Or are you in here because you really believe this?
Mm.
Are you in here because of the rank? Are you here to get rank and get written commendation, or to get put over a zone? Or are you in here because you really believe this truth?
That's right.
What are you really here for? And when the time comes, when you're tested, then we'll know. And that's what the parable of the sower comes in at. You know what I mean? When you lay your seed on stony ground, you lay your seed on by the wayside. What are you really made of? You can't be weak, man, because at the sign of correction, you'll leave.
That's right.
At the sign of struggle, you'll leave. And when things get hard and you got to put up something, you got to make a sacrifice, you'll leave. You got to be strong and lock into the things that are real. Not necessarily to the things that are real, but you got to have faith in the Most High. So just like when Peter came out there on that water and stepped out there and tried to walk on that water, he did it. And then as soon as he started to question it, what happened? He fell into the water.
That's right.
That's the same exact thing, man. You cannot question this. You have to believe it. And that's why whatever Commander Journey Honda say, I believe it.
That's right.
I believe it. Whatever these men above me say, I believe it. I believe it and I trust that I don't question it. I don't go against it. I've listened and I learned it and I follow it and I execute. That's it. Like a creature. And that's what's best for us, because the time we start questioning stuff is we're gonna start learning those hard lessons, and some of those lessons might take us out for good.
That's right.
All right. Y'all got any more questions or anything else y'all wanted to say?
Sir. Just make sure, brothers, sisters, tune in next week. Matthew chapter 26. Captain of 10,000, Lamakia Allah, will be here in Milwaukee teaching, doing a breakdown of Matthew chapter 26.
That's right.
Also, if I could, sir, I want to give a big Dawada to you, sir, for coming in and taking Matthew chapter 25, sir.
I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It was an honor, man, and a privilege to be able to come up here with y'all, man, for real.
Sir, if I could, the reason behind, I say this like here and there, the reason behind this series is because Matthew is one of the core foundational belief books of Christianity. And so among a couple other books, but Matthew is one of the main books that they run to. And so my thought process behind doing a series on Matthew's was to give the actual breakdown chapter for chapter, so no one can ever say that the truth on each chapter have not been pushed into the earth.
That's right. That's right, and that makes absolute sense, brother. Judging by what we read today is important, because these classes are going to be the difference of them becoming more wise or staying foolish.
That's right.
Staying fools. And if they do so, then they hopefully, again, they can be able to know, that they're choosing death. You know what I mean? And they hopefully they choose not to do that. You know what I mean? They choose to live. And so what you're doing is absolutely heavy, y'all.
That's right, sir. Come on, sir. So, like it, sir, if I could, Amadium means to stand, give a courtesy salute to the teacher. Amadium Shabbat. Amadium. Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Yahweh Hashem Shabbat.
Yamata. Class dismissed. Hey, Dawada again out of one.
Hey, Dawada again. Check with me again in the future, man. I'll get y'all back up.
Hey, kind of one con, sir.
All right, Lord.
Pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes.
Pay your tithes, Israel. Shalom.